When the Korean economy was in the process of reconstruction, Shinhan established as the plant construction company in 1968. Shinhan then realized its dream of large-scale construction through intensive methods of high technology, and is now leaping forward to the world to be a global leading construction company. Shinhan Engineering and Construction is becoming a world-class global construction company. Shinhan will create a new construction history for the 21st century. Since 1968, Shinhan is taking the leading role through constant research of technology and know-hows in plants, constructions, civil works, engineering, architecture, housing, and various development projects. The Osan Steel Fabrication Factory was constructed for its purposes of chemical plants and steel projects. Shinhan also aimed to produce outstanding workers from Shinhan's own training facility. Shinhan was the first plant export company to overseas in 1972 for the oil refinery project in Singapore. In 1973, Bahamas Crude Oil Refinery in Indonesia and Hong Kong Desalination Plant Factory and Industrialized Oil Refinery Project was built by Shinhan in Ecuador and led to the exporting of the plant turnkey project into Saudi Arabia. Shinhan signed the contract for Al Mocha Wind Farm, the Marib crude oil refinery in Yemen. In 2012, Shinhan working on the project for the 200-megawatt wind farm and the 500-megawatt combined cycle power plant project in Syria. Shinhan completed the Pohang Iron and Steel Factory for POSCO, which is the world's biggest iron and steel factory, and the West Coast Highway roads, tunnels, bridges, and for subways, Gui Isao Highway, the Daeho-ji-Seokmun Highway, Yesan-Shinyang Highway, Gyeongbu High-Speed Railways, and now working on the 7th District Subway project in Seoul. In 1985, Shinhan expanded its work into housing and apartments project. This included constructing Shinhan Total Apartments, Esville, and Mizian Apartments nationwide. Shinhan also constructed the 37 stories of Yeouido River Tower and the Ensimo Villa in Seoul, Mizian Apartment in the Seosan City, and Sansuville in Cheongsan City. Shinhan has been authorized by the ISO, known for its global superiority. Shinhan built a great reputation by receiving several awards, including Cheoltap and Seoktap Korean Presidential Awards as Outstanding Company from the Korean government. In 2012, Shinhan received the Appreciation Plaque for Volunteer Medical Doctor Service from Libya. In 1978, Shinhan was officially listed to the stock market. Shinhan has been recognized with their strong financial structure and transparent management. Shinhan expanded their work into golf courses, leisure industries, and the Marriott Hotel project in the USA, and the Ramada Renaissance Hotel in Malaysia. Shinhan has been the center of attention among Korean construction companies. With the 2018 Pyeongchang Winter Olympics, Shinhan is in the process of a 6.3 million square meter size special tourism complex zone named Mizian Resort Project in Hwangseo, including ski, condominium, amusement park, shopping mall, hotel, casino, and healing center. Shinhan contracted with the Libyan government totaling $1.7 billion in 2007. In 2011, Shinhan signed for various projects in Yemen. Also, Shinhan is working on the 200 megawatt wind farm and the 500 megawatt combined cycle power plant project in Syria. Shinhan Engineering and Construction strives to improve the living conditions for humanity and assigns new values on the construction. Advanced technology construction for the information technology century. Culture, sports, leisure facilities for the efficiency use of leisure time. Factory and distribution facilities based on the industrial foundation. Shinhan is playing a major role in a part of our lives. Business and commercial buildings constructed by Shinhan are based on the new technologies and accumulated know-hows. Best location and green light are the key factors of Shinhan's success for housing projects. Shinhan is focused on taking care of even the minor constructions, regardless of the size, and strives to do its best to provide service for its customers. The Cheonan Station Shopping Center, with a building size of 185,000 square meters, and the Shinhan Tower, located in Sujin Subway Station, to provide a cultural facility to satisfy people's needs. Shinhan always strives for its best, takes note of even the smallest materials used on the site, and is taking the lead to providing an outstanding livelihood. Shinhan has aimed to provide the best residing conditions for its customers, and has constructed Shinhan Total Apartment and the S-Ville Apartment and Mizian Apartments in nationwide. Shinhan Mizian Apartment is known for maximizing spatial efficiency by quality design, the nature-friendly interior design and ubiquitous functions, as well as providing a green living space for better life. Shinhan has always worked for the best. Shinhan's hard work cannot be compared to any of its competitors. Project owners and customers give priority to Shinhan to satisfy their higher expectations. By finishing the sale of the Karakdong S-Ville and Suwon Pyeongjam S-Ville within few days, Shinhan set the new record in domestic sales history. Shinhan is stayed on top in nationwide with Bundang S-Ville Apartments, Hwasong Mizian Apartments, and the Seosan Mizian Apartments. Shinhan constructed the Sujin Subway Tower Station, commercial buildings, and the Cheonan Station Shopping Center with an area of 185,000 square meters. Now, Shinhan grows into a global construction leader in various projects of worldwide. Shinhan contributes to the industrial growth by overcoming different types of obstacles through constant challenges and researches. Shinhan is taking major roles in developing the reclamation land areas, Pongdong Hwasan Highway Project, Gyeongwon Railways, Gyeongbu High-Speed Railways, Gyeongin Railways, Seoul Subways, etc. Shinhan's efforts for constant research for higher technology has been recognized by the Korean government by awarding Seoktab and Cheoltap Korea Presidential Awards. Shinhan was the first company to export power plants to overseas. The history of Shinhan's plant industry is still ongoing. In Korea, Shinhan, also taking a leading role in oil refineries, contributed to grow fast on Korea's heavy chemical industries. Shinhan gained through our power plants on the project like Hyundai Motors, Samsung Motors, wind farm projects, cogeneration plants, Aerospace Institute, and gas pipeline projects in Gimje, Yeongjongdo projects. Especially, Yeongjongdo project requires advanced techniques with a complex semi-shield technology for 3,400 meters of submarine tunnels. Shinhan introduced advanced techniques in the various plant's projects to the world since 1972 and opens a bright future in the plant's fields. Shinhan has shown their abilities by constructing enormous scale of housing complex in Rosewood, California, and 4 other large-scale housing complexes in USA, Ramada Renaissance Hotel in Malaysia, and 24 elementary schools in Saudi Arabia. Shinhan is currently working on the 10,000 housing projects in Libya. Shinhan became a leading plant export company by establishing foreign plant bases like Singapore, Hong Kong, UAE, Iran, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, Nigeria, Ecuador, Indonesia, Eritrea, China, and the USA. The Libyan government released the large-scale SOC projects and housing projects, and Shinhan contracted and is working on the projects for a total of $1.7 billion in Libya, despite of a keen competition. Shinhan's construction workers put their passions and challenges into 5,000 housing project that includes 466 apartment buildings and commercial zones, schools, mosques, the size of 2.4 million square meters, located in Zawiya, Libya. Shinhan is working on Tripoli 5,000 housing project in Libya, the size of 2.6 million square meters with 255 apartment buildings, mosques, schools, public offices with 31 service buildings. Shinhan is now part of the large-scale urban development project with a size of 2.5 times of Pundong City of $2.35 billion. Shinhan is working hard to create the new path of global construction company with endless challenges and passion. Shinhan signed a contract with the Ministry of Electricity and Energy for Al Mocha 60-megawatt wind farm project in Yemen. Now, it is in the process of a 500-megawatt wind farm project. In 2012, Shinhan signed a contract for the development of Sarif Mineral Resource Project in Yemen. Shinhan has strong beliefs that the energy and power plants projects will be the key project in the future, and advanced into resource development and new regeneration energy projects. Currently, Shinhan is working on a 200-megawatt wind farm project as IPP project and 500-megawatt combined cycle power plant in Syria. Other additional projects for overseas are follows as below. Bahamas Crude Oil Tank Reservoir, Hong Kong Desalination Plant, Ecuador Oil Refinery, Arab Emirate LPG Tank, Saudi Arabian Dhahran LPG Factory, Bahrain Oil Refinery, Saudi Arabia Jubail Ethylene Plant, Large-Scale Petrochemical Complex in Iran, Jeddah Port Jubail Al-Khafji Desalination Plants in Saudi Arabia, Al-Batin Crude Oil Tank Reservoir in Saudi Arabia, Docking Facility of Yanbu in Saudi Arabia, National Fertilizer Plant and Oil Refinery in Nigeria. About 150 overseas projects has been successfully handed over. By having its own steel fabrication factory, Shinhan is able to build trust for our customers. In 1971, the Osan factory was founded, and the Bugong factory was expanded to improve and industrialize the constructional abilities. In the near future, Shinhan has a plan to manufacture the wind farm turbines in the Bugong factory. The secret behind the success of Shinhan is working hard with passion towards better technologies with the love of people. In order to grant the happiness for best possible life of people and fulfill the hopeful desires of Shinhan, our goal is to accomplish the nature-friendly housing environments. Shinhan is sharing humane affection with those who are facing hardships in the society. By contributing funds and donating time in various volunteer works for needy people, Shinhan gives hopes to those who may feel isolated. Shinhan proceeded with volunteer works at Eunpyeonggu General Social Welfare and took part in working to recover the environment rehabilitation of the West Coast from the oil leakage, as well as providing support for the earthquakes that happened in Japan. From February 18th to February 26, 2012, Shinhan formed a Medical Doctors Volunteer Services, has performed 30 medical surgeries, and treated over 1,000 patients in Libya. Shinhan received the appreciation plaque for these medical doctor services from the Libyan government. Shinhan constantly seeks to fulfill dreams for mankind. With this sense of duty, the workers of Shinhan are marching to the world for the bright future. Walking through open doors and standing upon the foundation of mankind in the world, Shinhan will proceed with persevering passion and a willingness to challenges. Shinhan will always work hard for better and higher standards of construction.